Miss Rebecca Feiner, do you even realize where we are at this very moment? Do you? We are in Palsgaard Gods, meaning
Yes,
Palsgaard
correct.
Estate.
The family estate.
Yes.
And what would we call this building, Mr. Cameraman?
Visitor Centre.
Okay, so here we are in the visitor centre, and this section of it, the visitor centre, celebrates the whole
Park.
history of
Yes.
the park and the estate. But this is about the very famous Danish sculptor,
Named.
which is going to be here in these gardens. Which
I tried to teach you to pronounce it. Bjørn.
Fuck off! I'm sick of being bullied by you.
No.
Understand?
No, his name is Bjørn Nørgaard. He's a famous Danish sculptor. He has been invited to make 7 or 8 sculptures for the surrounding park. And here's his modeling of it. Would you explain?
I'll explain from here.
Why not?
Because this is the part of the monument which we're going to see later.
So, Miss Feiner, we came from the modeling. What do you think of the result?
We came from the visitor centre.
Yeah, with the modeling of, among other things, this.
In art they're called maquettes. He'd made a maquette of the various sculptures that he wanted to make larger scale.
Would you call this an obelisk?
Yes, you could say it's styled in the version of an obelisk, but what's interesting that he's cut across the horizontal lines here so that it's not straight.
It's not linear.
The obelisk we normally associate with kind of pure symmetry, just going straight up. And so there's a kind of crookedness, if you like, a zigzag path, maybe representing the family and the trials and tribulations of families of every family.
I see.
But of course of this family foundation. And here we're meeting the real thing again. We met this earlier at the visitor centre when it was just in maquette form in plaster.
How do you think of the result then, compared to the model?
I like it. I like the physicality of it. It makes me want to touch it, which I think is a good sign when you want to touch and interact with the sculpture. And also it's in a park that can be visited by people. So it's very important to be able to touch it and experience a stone in contrast with the soft park nature surroundings. And also to stand back and see, I like this glass globe, which is reflecting the trees, and I presume that in the different seasons that will become coloured when the trees in autumn change their leaf colours. That will become coloured, and it will be very beautiful. It would also be lovely to see this at sunset because it will be reflected through the glass globe.
Let's leave that to the audience who see it. If you step away, please, because actually it's a monument of the people, the owners of this estate called Palsgaard. And you see the first family would arrive in year 1275 and then onwards to this day.
And what and the relevance of this for you as the cameraman is what?
I think it's a kind of a historical monument. It's saying who owned and lived at this place since year 1255.
Oh, so do you think it lends extra status and gravitas to the artwork?
Der nogen af jer, der taler engelsk?
Yes.
Oh, you do, because this is an English-spoken television program. This is Rebecca Feiner from London.
Nice to meet you. Hello.
Hello. Hello. Nice to meet you. Hey. You look good.
You like this bridge?
Yes. What about it?
You like it?
Yes, it's a beautiful place.
It's a beautiful bridge.
Yeah.
This is the bridge that we met earlier in the visitor centre.
Yeah.
And now we get to see it in real life, realised in stone, from the little white plaster maquette that we see.
Yes.
So this is the life-size version. And it's a lovely play on a step bridge because it marries the ancient and the modern.
No. Well, she's not very good at Danish.
No,
Could you translate what is said?
no, I can't. But I think that some of the others.
No.
can.
What she just said.
Could you translate?
Translate.
No, what is written on the stone?
Yes, it starts from her feet. What does it say?
You know, when you don't have anything to do,
No job, no job.
no job or anything, that's the root for all arts.
Oh, I like it.
Yeah.
I like it.
And the next one?
And the next one, det mystiske er ikke, hvorledes verden er. The mystical isn't what
The
the
world,
world is, but
That it is.
yeah, it is.
Yes.
I like it.
You
So
have
it's
to
not
do it
only a
yourself.
bridge
No,
across
no,
the
I'm not
water,
an
but
expert.
it's a kind of philosophical
And the next one?
manifesto.
And the next one?
You have to love your next person as yourself.
Love your neighbor as
Very
yourself.
beautiful.
And the
You
last
have
one?
a free choice
Yes.
until you use it.
Rebecca, what are you looking for now?
That's a very wide question. I'm possibly looking for escape, but I'm also here on an art detective mission, which includes finding an artist specially dedicated commemorative bench.
Do you have any hint of where to find it?
No, but I've been directed by the cameraman who has personal contact with this estate. And this is the direction.
We'll see. Quite an odd place for a sculpture, isn't it? Or what? Common thing? Hide the sculpture? Let the audience find it themselves?
It's part of being the art detective.
So,
Well,
Where
No.
from here?
yeah, but no benches, as far as I can see.
No.
Very mysterious. Ah! Do you mind if I find it?
I'll find it first. It's going to rain.
Yes.
We found it. We found it.
Oh.
Would you like to do the translation?
How do you like to say what you... happiness or joy is in the present time. It's not something you will store away for another time. But it's like a bench for a bus stop, really.
No. I think it's very beautiful. Actually, when you sit in it, it's very